I'm Amanda, and this is Not Your Granny's Quilt Show. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's episode. I'm so happy to be back. I needed a little break, and I'll tell you why. I know like a few weeks ago, or maybe a month at this point, I don't know. I said I would update you on what was going on and tell you all the things. And so I'm finally here to tell you all the things. I have been very busy, and I think for the first time in a year, because I was just working for myself or, my mom and I for that year. This is the first time I've kind of been back into like a really tight formal schedule of really needing to like piece out my time and just be more mindful of it. And so it just kind of caught up with me and I was like, oh my God, I need a break. Sundays are my only day to myself now. Because I took a part-time job at a local quilt shop here. So I think I really was just striving to understand different parts of the quilting industry and the quilting community. And, the guild has been great, and I'm still continuing to work with the guild. And obviously still running the business with my mom, and that's going really well. We've been, really busy. We've gotten a lot of quilt orders. And so we're booked out past Christmas, and we have been since the beginning of October. So that's been crazy. But so good. Like, it's really just a daily reminder that like we're doing it. Our business is functioning. We've created something that obviously is filling a niche, want or need for people. So that's been really cool to think about and process and internalize and share and all the things. So anyway, yeah, I at the beginning of August started kind of slowly working into a position at the quilt shop and testing it out. And I was just subbing for people for a while just to get the feel for it and see if it's something I really wanted to do. And I'm in there all the time shopping for jobs anyway. So like I already kind of knew a lot of the people just by, as a customer. And so it was kind of an easy transition in. I didn't have to like get, quote unquote, get to know everyone. I mean, there were some people I hadn't really met, but it's been a pretty fun and smooth transition in, and I really love everybody I work with there. Yeah, it's been really fun. So, but that being said, it's just been kind of busy because not only am I working 6 days a week, but Abe is in school for his master's in counseling. And so he's also teaching math courses again this semester. So it's just been really full for both of us. And that change of, having a full year of us being able to spend as much time together as we want and give each other that attention and time, which is so funny because we haven't really had that in our relationship so far. We've always been super busy people, school and work and doing all the things that we want to do and raising kids and all that. So it was just kind of crazy to have a year where we just kind of were working and we were doing stuff, but we had a lot more flexibility. So anyway, that being said, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I just needed a day to myself. I just could not bring myself to do anything beyond throwing a couple loads of laundry in and just really taking the time to decompress and process and think through everything that's going on and journaling. And anyway, so I'm here. That's what's up. Yeah. So I have also been very inspired, I guess. I think Halloween came on so fast and I was like, oh my God, what's happening? I don't know if any of you were like that, but it just felt like it came out of nowhere, which was bananas. But then now that we're melting into November, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm feeling the holiday push to craft and get some stuff done. So um, I have been house sitting for my dear, dear Miranda. She's been out of town for a little bit. And so I have been taking advantage of her gorgeous sewing room setup, and I started my Christmas quilt. Yay. And if you heard the episode where I chatted about it, I got the art gallery line of fabric called Christmas in the City. I got a layer cake and I got a little bit of yardage of some of the prints to make some sashing around the blocks. I didn't want to cut up the squares because I love the prints so much. And there's some really good larger scale prints, and I just could not bring myself to hack into them. So I did make a little adjustment before I started cutting, thankfully, but with the yardage I got, instead of doing a full sashing around every square or full, kind of mini border, I decided I'm just going to do the left side and the bottom of each square. That way, I don't know, it felt less crazy to me to do it that way. So, and it's a good thing I did that, because when I started cutting, when I got all the strips ready for that, I was like, oh, I wouldn't have had enough to do it the other way. So it's a good thing I changed my mind. But anyway, that also was kind of exciting, because then I'm like, well, then I'll have enough to make a little matching table runner, because I have that with my Christmas quilt from last year. I also made a new table runner for this year with a couple pieces of the rifle paper Christmas line from last year. Sarah Maid was having a sale of her stash. And so I just got 2 half-yard cuts of 2 different prints from the line. And then I had the stripes from that Christmas line in yardage. I bought it from the Quilting Bee when we were there doing the podcast in March. And so I love making fabric gift bags to put, Christmas gifts in, because it's just nice. I save bags anyway, if they're like, store-bought ones, because I am a little, I have a little conservationist recycling girl in my heart. So I do like to reuse gifting stuff if I can. But anyway, so I bought that with the intention of making gift bags, but it's the same line. So I was like, well, I'll just use a tiny bit to make the binding I need for this table runner, because it was just 2 half-yard cuts. And so I just kept with the fabric. I literally just sandwiched them together with batting and attached it to the canvases on the long arm, and just long armed it and gave myself, a little bit of space around the edges to trim it down a tiny bit. But yeah, I am excited for that, but I won't have a matching quilt. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but I'm kind of hoping to source some of those fabrics if, in order to make a smaller Christmas quilt. So I probably will be reaching out on Instagram for begging, I guess, asking people if they'd be willing to send me scraps for that and make, a friendship Christmas quilt out of that fabric, because I think I got super inspired by Amari from Next Gen Quilting. And so, Amory, I always say her name wrong. I'm sorry, Amory. Yeah, her idea to, get fabrics from people that are willing to send them to her, and Grape Soda Studio as well. She was reaching out to people asking for OG cotton and steel and Ruby Star, because she was making those little cute duffels with the 2-inch squares. And she wanted stuff from her followers and her friends from all over the world. So I sent her some that I had from a fat quarter booster I used to get a long time ago. And it used to be the OG cotton and steel. And so I have a ton of that stuff left over, and still have full kits that I haven't even touched, because they're, just more projects. Anyway, I want to do that with the rifle paper fabric. So if you're listening to this and you want to send me some and you have it, I would really appreciate some scraps. And you can email me. My email address is in the description, and or you can find me on Instagram and DM me there, and I can get you an address to send those to. But anyway, that's where I'm at with that. Just wanted to be able to update you guys and tell you what's up. And, we have a really cool guest coming. Sorry, having trouble. We have a really cool guest coming for next week's episode. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm really wanting to, get a little more organized with this and get stuff pushed out ahead of time. And I had a good run there, but it doesn't keep perpetuating itself unless I do all the work. So of reaching out and getting people to be on the show. So if you or anybody would want to, you can email me, or you can get on Instagram, the Not Your Granny's Quilt Show Instagram, and DM me if I haven't reached out to you already. And even if I have, you might not know if you haven't checked your DMs. So go look. Anyway, I have just been trying to figure my life out. And I feel like I've dug in and found my gratitude again and my appreciation for what I get to do every single day. And although I'm busy, I'm still doing what I love and what I'm passionate about every single day. And so you can't go wrong there. I think as a person who tends toward anxiety, it can be really easy for me to get lost in the overwhelm. But I've been practicing meditating and getting back into a good headspace, and not disregarding my feelings, but also not letting that be the only thing that I think about. So anyway, that being said, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you. And I can't wait to see what you guys are working on. So please remember to put the Not Your Granny's Quilt Show hashtag on your makes so I can see what you guys are making. I would love to see your current Christmas projects. So if you do hashtag NYGQS, I will get to see all those, and I can't wait. All right. Again, thanks for being here, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.